I really think brilliance is being fucking muted because there are too many people who criticize and they give their own 2 cents when that shit's not needed. Instead of looking at the value of your post or your message, they're instead dissecting it and saying, well, why did you curse here? Well, why did you curse there? Because fuck, this is a fucking free world. You got freedom of speech. I got a fucking computer in my pocket. You know, don't look at me for sharing my views and criticizing my views. If that shit is not for you, keep it moving, boo-boo. All you gotta do is scroll up. Fucking ignore it. Unfollow. Mute the notification. You got so many options where, you know what I mean? Like for you to have comment on someone's point of view, or you to criticize someone's point of view and give a negative remark, understand that shit took time for you to do. Understand that it actually took more energy to find reasons to hate than it would to fucking like that shit or fucking keep it moving and scroll up or move on to the next fucking post. Welcome back to Sales Remastered. My name is Daniel. I'm your host, and I appreciate your attention, your company. You know, I want to share some value with you because I think that there are a lot of brilliant minds who simply don't speak up or don't share the value that they can truly bring to this world because they're more reserved. And so I'm figuring out, well, why the fuck are they reserved? Are they introverts? And I think to some degree, everyone is an introvert, right? It's just depending on when you feel like talking and when you feel like sharing. Now, there are people that are more talkative than others. Does that mean they're non-introvert? No, in my opinion, I think that if you have an opinion or you have a view, you have a perspective, you have a belief, you have something that you are very passionate about and confident about, you have a victory, you have a loss, you have a thought, you know, you have the right to share it. And it's great, you know, and I think that, you know, I'm speaking from experience because I, for one, I grew up in an area where you didn't show emotion, you know, you didn't really talk to anyone outside your inner circle. And so social media was different to me, you know, like coming up and growing up in where I came from, you just kind of kept to yourself. You kept it moving, you mind your own business, you stayed out of people's business. You know, if it didn't involve you, that shit don't got nothing to do with you. You know, now it's just open reign. Everything's a fucking forum. Everything is a chat room now. Every post has opinions and views from others. Now I appreciate it, especially, you know, comments or views from anyone that's following the brand that I'm creating, which is SalesRemastered. So I dig it because it's a hobby for me. It's something that I think brings great value to the world, and it's only going to get better. It's going to get better as I get more comfortable in front of this camera. If you look at my YouTube channel and you look at the very first video or two videos, it's going to be just a crazy difference of the quality, the messaging, the way I'm talking, just the feeling of it. And I like it. I like to see that shit evolve. But it would have never evolved. It would have never grown and created so much of a community and following if I would have stayed reserved, if I would have stayed an introvert, if I would have worried about what people are gonna think, if they're gonna like it, if they're gonna dislike it, if they're gonna judge me, they're gonna think this of me. And so if that applies to me, and I'm in fucking sales, like my whole job is to market myself. And still, even if you are in that position, you still have that hesitation. But what happens if you unlock that? What happens if you remove that hesitation and just kind of went all out? Would you be viewed at as a genius, or would you be viewed at as crazy and fucking insane? You know, who knows? But at the end of the day, it's their perception. It's not yours. It's what they believe is value, not yours. One negative voice or two negative voice, whether it's out in the world, in the community, or it's within your inner circle. It could be your family member, it could be your spouse, your girlfriend, your mom, your dad. If they have a certain view on something, it doesn't mean that you have to have that same view. You know what I mean? Just like how people have the option to scroll up, you got the option to just nod your head and keep it moving, right? Nod your head, say yes, sit, and just do what the fuck you're gonna do anyway. You get what I'm saying? So be free. I think that especially with the younger millennial crowd, coming up with parents who grew up in a more reserved state, parents who didn't have internet, social media was fucking unheard of, in our elders' days. But does that mean that we should also be reserved? And I'm Filipino, so our culture is to respect elders. Our culture is to be polite, cordial, and don't embarrass yourself. Don't show weakness. But at the same time, be humble. So you got all these different little culture tweaks, and your culture might have it, your ethnicity might have that same background or different. But how do you blend it in to where it's just accepted by social media? Now, don't get me wrong. I see a lot of people on social media kind of studying the craft and studying the art, because marketing does play a massive role in sales. Marketing is what's going to connect you to the person you're going to sell. And so they go hand in hand, right? It's like peanut butter and jelly. It's like ham and burger. And when you understand the role it plays, like I have, I need to now hone in and really understand and study the nativeness of each platform, the age demographic of each social platform, the response of each social platform. And so if you go to, let's say, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, or Snapchat, and you see the content from Sales Remastered, you're going to see that some of it is switched up a little bit, right? And it's because I'm understanding the response per platform. And so I wouldn't necessarily post the same shit I would post on Instagram to my LinkedIn feed. In the same breath, I wouldn't post shit that I put in my LinkedIn feed on Instagram, and vice versa. So one will work with one platform and the other will not. But we still have a mission to voice our opinion. That's our right. That's what separates us from fucking animals, is our ability to think for ourselves. And so if we mute our intelligence, we mute our opinion, we don't share the value that our experience brings, then we're doing a disservice not only to ourselves, because we're caught and caged in this fear of being judged, but we're also doing a disservice to our people, our fellow man, of people that are in our industry going through the same struggle. You know what I mean? Like if you broke a toe and I just happen to break a toe, fuck, I want to know how you got past it, right? If you got this sickness where you had a constant cough and it fucked up your throat, and now I feel like I have that coming on, I want to know your opinion. What the fuck did you do to get past it? How was it? What do we look at? This is what the search bar is all about, right? You want to learn, you want to do research, but more importantly, you want that information to come from a legitimate source. You want to be given information from someone that has that experience that you need, so you can weather your storm and get through your struggle. And so when you go to a Google, search bar and you search, you got all this fucking traffic. It's because there are a lot of people who understand they can voice their opinion. They have that right. But does that mean that their view and their post applies to you? No, not all of it will. But does that mean that it doesn't create value? Fuck that. Move on to the next post. Find where the value comes from in your eyes. Don't dilute or throw shade towards someone's point of view because it's not on your level, or it's not on your topic, or you don't understand it. You have an option to keep it moving, right? Like when you go to Starbucks, or you go to, let's say, coffee, or you go to any room that has a bulletin board, do you fucking read every bulletin and fucking add a comment and like, no thank you, or no, this sucks? No, right? You view it and you keep it moving. Anything you like, you participate. You rip that number off, or you take a picture of that Snapchat code. Whatever applies to you, applies to you. You just keep it moving. Every fucking billboard you see, whether it's on a bus stop or on the street, every advertisement you see, are you calling the fuckers back and giving your opinion? No. So why the fuck would you do it on someone else's social media page? So that's where I'm getting at. My message here, and here's my punchline, is that if you allow yourself to be muted because of fear of rejection, and you hold yourself back because of fear of judgment, and it's not just from strangers, it could be from coworkers, friends, best friends, a club, it could be from your fucking family, your parents, they might judge you different. That that will build resentment, and ultimately you'll end up hating the reason why you're holding yourself back, why you're being so content, so humble. So pay attention to how your heart feels. Improve yourself for yourself, not others. And that's where I'm getting at. So I hope that this message helps. This shit hits me on a real deep level because I'm going through it right now. And I hope that it does help you wherever this video finds you in the world. Please consider subscribing if you like the message. Check out the other content that I have on the YouTube channel. And I'm really looking to build a community. So if you can, hit subscribe, like, share, copy the link and share it or paste it to your social feed with your opinion. Or comment and let me know what you walked away from, what you liked or what you didn't like. Let me know. All right. I appreciate you guys. Thanks.